Hello, good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, L.A. by Night. Tonight we bring you Season 2, Episode 5, Duel. Let's meet our vampires.
My name is Alexander Ward, and I play Jasper.
I'm Erica Ishii, and I play Annabelle.
I'm Cynthia Marie, and I play Nellie G.
B. Dave Walters, somewhat possibly disputed, maybe Prince of Somewhere.
Hold that thought. Special guest Josephine McAdam will join us at a dramatically appropriate moment. We'd next like to thank Dogmite, the master craftspeople who bring us our beautiful storyteller screen and our cool clan symbol dice boxes. Thank you very much, Dogmite. We'd like to thank the family, wherever you may be, for supporting us and for sharing your stories, your fan fiction, your art, and apparently kittens.
Yes.
Remember to use the hashtag LA by Night when you're tweeting about us so that we can follow you, like your stuff, and share it. Now, let's recap last week by taking a rat's eye look at Ramona's sketchbook.
Didn't I say this ride would get bumpy? Fasten your seatbelts, friends, because in walks Gregory Dimitrios. Yeah, that Dimitrios, government agent of the Inquisition. Nellie said she killed him, right? But he was the liveliest corpse I've ever seen. Works for Nellie now, see? Secret agent boy led our Fang gang to where he last saw his boss, impaled on a wooden stake under an old church. Those ghosts from the park took her down. You know, I think Victor was actually freaked out worried for her. She was in bad shape too, with the blood, tears, and everything. So many secrets started spilling. But they couldn't just hang out, because they had a very important date with a very important vampire, Baron Therese. Yeah, her. You did good, Emily. She was so busy looking at Dom, she never saw you. Anyway, Miss Undead Santa Monica was all charm and disarm, but I don't think anybody really knows whose side she's on yet. I was so proud of our baby bee for speaking her mind. Didn't I tell you she had the fire? And the cherry on top of this hot blood sundae? Mr. Chaz, back in town to speak for the new prince. He spelled out how the Camarilla vamps say it's going to be. Prince, traditions, blood tax, law and order. Tension was so thick you could have cut it with Jasper's knife, or Nellie's, whichever. Remember that war I said our coterie maybe started? Yeah, I think it's here.
Is this the night that the war comes upon our coterie? We're about to find out as we tell a vampire story. It is the next night, not long after sunset. and the rain is coming down in Los Angeles, turning the streets into dangerous asphalt ribbons filled with nothing but taillights. Club Maharaja is where we open our scene. You're home away from home for the last several nights. Comfortable, but confining. You have a lot of unfinished business, a lot of questions, and too few answers. So, how shall we begin?
Are you okay?
Not entirely, no. I mean, I am still cut up.
Well, let's talk about that, Nellie G. You are cut up. You had a jagged piece of wood shoved through your chest. Did a lot of damage, and you're still carrying those wounds. You fed well. Mm-hmm. Do you want to try to heal some of that damage?
I would love to.
All right. I thought you might. So, let's do this. It's all superficial. So, grab a hunger die, make a rouse check, and for each...
That'd be a no.
That'd be a no. So, the first wound does heal. You go from 5 to 4 damage, but your hunger increases.
Okay.
The beast senses that you are calling upon its supernatural powers to knit your undead flesh together. It's willing to cooperate with you, but it wants the good stuff. For each rouse check, we can continue to attempt to heal.
I'm
You
good.
good
there.
for now? Mm-hmm. You good for now?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe just enough to take the pain off.
Yes.
Just a little. Just the edge.
I hated seeing you like that. I hated seeing you in that hole, in that state.
Appreciate the sentiment. It hurt a lot. But there are far more things important things that I gotta take care of right now. I've got to get my sister back.
Yeah, we talked about that last night, but things got crazy with Therese. You knew something?
Yeah, at the ranger station, supposedly the site of her death, the old hacienda. I'd say that it's as good a place to start as any.
I agree. Greg seemed to have been able to do some reconnaissance as well. And he went up to the hacienda and took a look at it and found some very, very odd things. Something that I saw within Isa when I went to the abandoned church. There was a ranger that I think might be possessed as well.
Possessed?
Yeah, just like how Isa was with Petronella. They, moved very awkwardly,
With like another ghost or?
controlled. Well, there is Petronella's uncle, my great uncle, potentially there that could have done something to the ranger. I really don't know. This is all that was reported to me by Greg.
You know, that all happened very quickly, and Annabelle raised a very good point. I thought churches were supposed to, stop that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, I thought so too, but
Intelligence in a cult, Jasper. I saw that expression.
Do you know something about churches?
Both ghosts and churches.
5 successes.
5 successes. Well, occult scholarship being what it is, you do possess some information. The restless dead are not your particular area of expertise, but you know all the common folklore and legends surrounding them, and holy ground can, in fact, hold ghosts and spirits at bay if it is consecrated, if there is belief in the power of the holy. It applies to any consecrated ground of any creed or religion. Unfortunately, faith is hard to come by in these times.
Yeah. It would seem that the particular church we were in is a little bit low on the faith.
So it's not holy because people don't believe it is.
That's the only thing that makes things holy.
It's like Peter Pan and
Why do you do
fairies.
this every time?
I need some sort of analog in pop culture. Otherwise, I really don't have any way to parse
And
this
I
stuff.
was with you there. No, exorcist. Power Christ compels you. That. It's more
Yeah,
that.
so that's the reason. It's not
I feel like
consecrated.
Well, if you know it's the ranger station, you know it's the ghosts. Has anybody talked to Eva, the sisters?
Eva's on her way.
Because we'll go get her, but if we run in and there's ghosts we can't see, or
No, it's better that she's at least comes to explain things, if not come with us. And she's on her way, so she'll be here soon.
well,
Great.
we'll get your sister back.
thank you.
So, Greg seems nice.
Yes, he's done a lot for me. He's taken care. I know I've hidden a lot of stuff from you guys, particularly Greg. But he's here to help us now.
Yep.
Okay.
He's helping us get a lot of information, so
You know, I get it. I get why you did it.
you don't have to agree with it. Just like I don't agree that you took over for Prince or tried to call praxis on Prince.
I agree with that. That was good.
Yeah, that's. I don't think that's a thing. I really don't. I'm new to this, but I really don't think it's a thing.
It's not a thing.
I think that's where he generally lived.
But it keeps working. Here's the. I'm no Camarilla scholar, and honestly, it probably isn't going to work out. But the longer we have them thinking about it, the longer they're spending time wondering about the litigious aspects of whether or not it's even possible, is times they're not sending hit squads to kill us all.
You think they're actually taking the time to think about it? You think the Camarilla thinks?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
think they
sure-
think all the time. Whether or not they make the correct or informed decision is not the point, but they think all the time.
the real thing that I'm going to have a problem with is if they decide to send the new sheriff to take care of me as a threat.
Yeah. Please make this a joke. I would love it to be a joke.
Yeah, what are you going to do about that? You know what I'm going to do. What are you going to do?
You can just say no. Just say, no thank you, sir, and turn in your badge.
You see, the thing is...
And your gun.
And my gun. Yes, I have one of those now because you just magically acquire one when you become the sheriff.
Really?
I will make a note.
Sure, why not? Right. I've never been part of the Camarilla, so I don't know really much about what that entails. Nor do I know about what being the sheriff entails. Other than that the only sheriff that I've seen is the one that's no longer with us, and I don't think he was particularly doing his job. Or maybe he was, I don't know.
My understanding, again, I didn't spend much time dealing with the Camarilla, is the sheriff is the prince's justice. Sometimes they have a person called a scourge, which is definitely... But the sheriff might also just enforce non-violent
Keeps
laws.
the peace. as it
So,
were.
as somebody who was in the Camarilla for a moment, let me help you out with this. You're mostly correct. The sheriff also takes care of the investigation sort of deal. When the prince suspects that they don't like somebody, they send the sheriff to investigate. The scourge, however, is the one that's the enforcer, the one that takes them out without any questions asked. Your harpy, you've already met his dumbass self, can basically ruin you by the same words he uses to compliment you.
You see, that's all well and good that I'm now the investigator and things like that of the Camarilla, but right now what it feels like is the Camarilla just painted a big old target on me.
Sure did.
Painted a big old target on all of us.
But guess who's gonna get staked?
Not unless we help you.
Yeah, well, I have not decided what I'm going to do with this information.
I mean, sounds like a sucky job. You're not gonna.
So the
Like, you'd have to
problem.
work for the Camarilla.
I would.
You wouldn't.
But does that help us?
There's one bit of clarification or context I should give you all that you might not be possessing. Our meeting with the Barons is in 2 nights. And I'm sure your status as sheriff and my status as having declared praxis are going to come under what we might call heavy review.
Right. So, I guess I can hold off on giving my formal answer for 2 nights.
You say our meeting with the Barons.
If I have my way, you all, if you can't be at the table, you would definitely be there, because I know Nines isn't coming along, and Therese may bring Jeanette or X or who knows who. I don't know who Isaac might bring with him, but even though we're meeting as colleagues and on the same side in this, in theoretically neutral territory, these are uncertain times.
And you have been a Baron far less time than they've been Barons.
Yes.
Victor, you have to stop speaking unilaterally, acting unilaterally, and speaking on behalf of all of us in very rash ways. Declaring praxis was a really, really fun fuck you to Chaz, I must say, but it can't stand. It's frankly ridiculous. And you can't do these things. Like, if you're gonna be at this gathering of barons, we need to know that you're not gonna up and declare something else or live stream some new thing that's gonna affect all of us. Because that's a title that you cannot have any hope of backing up with any power or popularity.
You're probably right. But 2 things. One, there's a non-zero chance that it actually might work. But more importantly, if I can talk to Vannevar, maybe there is a better solution for this. You, of all people, should not want bloodshed and gunfights in the streets. If there is a diplomatic solution, I will do anything I can do to find it. And the whole praxis thing may, in fact, be a non-starter. It really might be. It's even probably a non-starter. But if there's the smallest chance that I can save any of us, I have to try.
What's your goal with speaking with Vannevar?
A diplomatic solution that will stop all-out violent war between the Anarchs and the Camarilla, because the Inquisition is coming to kill us all as monsters. They're not going to differentiate between what team jerseys we wear. They will just see us as blank bodies, as your friend likes to refer to us as, and execute us. And the time we spend arguing over turf, over whether or not it's okay to go on the grams or whatever Isaac likes to call it, whether or not we need to have a doily on when we drink our tea, is bullshit waste of time. And I'm doing everything I can to try and circumvent that. Even if it doesn't work, I'm trying.
Fair enough. So out of curiosity then, why do you think Vannevar chose Jasper to be his sheriff?
I think
It's like the Santa Claus rules. Kill the last sheriff.
I think it is because Vannevar got his pride hurt when I killed his sheriff. I think he sent his sheriff in thinking, even sending in that relatively low power of a sheriff while still much more powerful than any of us, he sent him in thinking there was going to be no issue, that he would get the job done without a problem. And I proved him wrong, which caused him, albeit probably a minor, blow to his pride. And therefore he's trying to find a way to hurt me.
It's also a very ingenious way to drive a wedge, because theoretically it sets us against you.
True.
And also it theoretically sets the other barons against us.
And technically, if you turn it down, he could declare a blood hunt for you.
Yes, he could.
It's a blood
It's exactly what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
it's pretty self-explanatory.
They hunt me down and,
What the Camarilla is... Oh, sorry.
Nellie, make a roll of intelligence and politics. Include your hunger dice, of course. Blood hunt. There's something else about a blood hunt. Something you might have overheard.
Intelligence and one more. I'm sorry, politics. You
Politics.
said. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Would you like to eat before we go? Ooh.
That's it. Yeah, none of that. None of that happened. I don't remember a thing.
Seems legit.
Too busy with other matters.
There were other things I had to attend to. I apologize for not having all of the details about the Camarilla for you.
You know, there's something about a blood hunt, but can't quite recall what it might be.
Is there a chance I know as a minor student?
You can make the same roll, intelligence and politics. Nellie can help you. You can try to jog her memory. You can add a die to your pool
Yeah.
with her assistance.
Do the thing. Oh, yeah.
4.
Much better.
I heard a story once.
There's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, there is one other thing about a blood hunt.
It's the only sanctioned opportunity for diablerie. If a blood hunt is declared on Jasper and he's caught, they can take his soul.
So what was that thing again?
Yeah, it's not just the right of destruction, it's the right of diablerie.
It's called taking the trophy.
That's right.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Total consumption.
It's not going to happen. No matter what you decide
That would be very funny.
about this whole sheriff business, we're posse.
Yeah, we are. The thing is, the idea of appointing a vampire like myself, who's only been a kindred for 5 years as the sheriff, is just a very large practical joke on me. Because I've been very lucky. And most of the way that I've gotten away with the things I've done is by staying out of sight. And now they've shined a giant flashlight on me.
You know, I know a thing or two about luck.
So, I would say I, but in the spirit of us as a coterie, I will say we have to find a way for me to not die.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because I have backup plans, but they aren't fun. And I don't particularly want to use them. So we'll see.
How much disappearing can you do, Jasper?
Oh, I mean, I could go away for a long time.
And you just go down to the labyrinth. Nobody'd find you there.
It is an option.
That's not exactly what I mean. No trace, no nothing, 0, gone.
Yeah.
So that is one option. That is the last option Z that we're going to go for.
Also, that's Vanavar essentially still succeeds in taking your piece off the board.
Yeah. It essentially accomplishes the same thing.
Is it? I have to give him credit. It was a very ingenious move.
But we're smarter.
I said before.
We are.
100%. Like I said, we can't outmuscle them, but we can outmaneuver them. And I also think that is what you bring to the table. Because, yes, you cannot match any of them in raw power. But you've clearly been able to outwit and outmaneuver them, which he knows. Which, again, is our only power. Now, to your previous point about speaking unilaterally for all of us, I wasn't just speaking unilaterally for us. I was speaking unilaterally for every kindred in Los Angeles. Because if Vanavar just wants to walk in and start making declarations about how we're all going to live, fuck you. I'll make declarations about how we're all going to live.
No. No, that's not how it goes. If a system is broken, you don't just keep feeding into it and hoping it gets better. If you think... I have been at this for less than a year, but I can already tell you that having the power of princedom doesn't belong to any single kindred. None of us can be trusted. No single kindred can ever be trusted. You said it yourself.
So, Annabelle, in your ideal world, how would this world of chaotic darkness be ran?
By committee, by everybody ruling themselves, but it can't be concentrated into single, like, titles of power that are held by fear and violence.
You are right, that's what a prince is. But there's only one problem. That's also what a baron is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there shouldn't be barons either.
Well, in a couple of nights, you're going to get to say that to some people that might not be completely open to that particular message.
When has that ever stopped me before?
Never.
Quite right, quite right.
right.
But do you know what a justicar is?
They're Camarilla guys that hurt people? A best guess. I just feel like most of the people that they have do
Actually,
that.
generally.
theory, but
Yeah, it's a good guess.
Yeah, it's not inaccurate. Again, they're the thermonuclear weapons of this war. The Camarilla has access to a group of individuals of terrible power. Terrible power. And when those individuals are called, everyone gets wiped out. So while saying we just shouldn't play ball is accurate and vital and quite frankly why we're anarchs, we at least have to put up some semblance of something, because if Vannevar decides he's just tired of all of us, dead. Dead. Like before we know they're here, before they know our names, we're sitting here, final death.
I like your way of thinking, though, Annabelle. I think that it has a lot of merit. But these are scary times with scary monsters in the dark.
Yeah, well, we just gotta make sure that we don't join them.
And behind you, whatever you think. I have faith in you.
I said from the beginning, when you've got some ideas, we'll do what we can to implement them.
Thanks. Gonna stick together, and we'll figure a way out for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Sir,
Campbell?
Miss Eva is arriving. Should I show her up?
Absolutely. And bring up the Weird Sisters also.
All of them, sir?
If they want to join us, let them know. They're welcome to.
Yes, sir, right away.
So when you called there, heart emojis or no heart emojis in the text?
Everybody uses heart emojis. It just, like, depends on what kind you use.
What would be the appropriate heart emojis for what I think he's trying to communicate?
It's the pink and sparkly ones.
The pink and sparkly? Right, because
Yes.
you and I use the blue ones.
We totally used the blue.
Right, yeah.
Well, perhaps you'll find out, since a few minutes later, your guest arrives.
Eva!
Welcome back.
Ellen!
Very well. How are you all doing?
Pleased you could join us.
Have you been walking in the rain, Eva?
I do prefer to walk outside when it's raining. Makes me remember a pleasant memory. Jasper, you look well.
So do you. Nice to see you.
I see you got my potion.
I did, thank you. It was very helpful.
Yes, I see it worked. Marvelous. May I? she traces the side where his burn was.
You can determine that the salve, the magical salve, was completely effective. There's no trace of the former burns and scar. The skin is completely restored.
Worked wonderfully. Back to your old self.
Yeah.
Looking good, Sheriff.
I'm sorry.
Well, funny story. Vannevar Thomas declared praxis and appointed me as his sheriff.
You accepted?
No.
I've done neither yet.
No, but I drew a picture of if he did.
Also, I know you roll your eyes, Annabelle, but it is important as a key ally in the person who speaks for Tremere. She should know what Vannevar has done that affects us all. And that is directly relevant.
So,
What do you plan on doing?
honestly, I don't know.
I mean, being sheriff would be joining the Camarilla.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but I don't know how to refuse. Because it seems like if I do, I don't have a lot of options after that. So, I'm working on it, but that's not the most immediate problem we have.
No, it isn't.
Right. You had told me you had some ghost problems?
Yeah.
It's the ghost apparently of Dona Petronella Feliz
Yes.
is inhabiting the body of
My sister.
and her Petronella's
She's
uncle.
Inhabited your sister?
Yes.
Oh, and also she has a sister.
Many people do, I hear.
Yeah, a mortal sister. I assume. Correct. Mortal.
I guess
Correct.
we didn't clarify. Yeah, right?
It is absolutely correct, yes.
Well, everyone has people they left behind. I'm sorry to hear that, Nellie.
Thank you.
I hope to help in any way I can.
I'd greatly appreciate your help. You've always been such a help for us in the past. Any knowledge that you can bestow on us would be very much appreciated.
Of course.
And Annabelle's research narrowed it down to where we think they might have been going.
Yeah. The old ranger station was a hacienda. Supposedly it was the site of Petronella's death.
Oh.
There is worthy to note that Petronella is, she's not evil. She's not trying to hurt us, but my great uncle is very dangerous.
That was Antonio.
That was the one that you
I
saw.
remember, yeah.
Yes, outside of the. Yes, that.
As Petronella never struck me as someone inherently bad, I would agree with that.
Sorry, you spoke with her. I'm sorry. A lot's happened.
Of course.
Quite a few days. So now we would like to go into Griffith Park and get her sister back, but we didn't want to go in blind.
As you shouldn't. I would be happy to help. I would suggest warding some items. I can help with this.
Like what kind of things?
For example, your jacket. I could ward this. What's important to know is it will protect you from the spirit if it comes into contact with you. Not the other way around. You cannot press the item to the spirit. It must come to it.
Right.
It's defensive.
For you, I've heard you're quite hands-on. I imagine your jacket might be an appropriate.
Yeah, I wear this thing
Item.
everywhere.
It's a good look, though.
Should they
Thank you.
come to you?
That sounds good.
And when you messaged me, I went ahead and warded some items already. I
Awesome.
hand Jasper a pendant. This will help should they try to possess you.
Good, thank you. That would be
That
unfortunate.
would be supremely unfortunate. Can they possess
Yeah, I
us?
was going to ask that.
Do we know?
Jasper, where do you place the pendant?
I will. Does it have any way to affix itself, or is it just a pendant?
Is it on a chain?
It's on a chain.
Then I will put it around my neck.
You will wear it
Yeah. And I will tuck it inside.
so that it cannot be seen.
Yeah.
I can do this now if you would.
Yeah,
Or
heck
I will need the jacket. It will need to be submerged in my blood if that's.
Oh, sure. I mean, like, it's. I
Luckily,
know we
it's
can't
red.
really smell, but like, it's real bad, Eva. Like, it's real bad. It's been through a lot. We went to the sewers and like, it's been
Wolf blood.
wolf and
Clubs.
clubs.
Did you wear that into the ocean, that thing? No, you took it
No,
off.
I
Take
took
take
it off.
right.
You know, as kindred, we still do have access to washing machines.
Or incinerators.
No style
Rude.
shaming. No style shaming. It's a good look. It's very Bruja.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
style
No
shaming.
worries, yeah, I can do that. But
Chico
Like-
Nelly, I know.
so, is there any? You said there's no way to like bring the hoodoo to the ghost, right? I mean, we don't want to hurt it. It's Nellie's sister's in there, or it's in the sister. The ghost is in the sister.
Yes.
One of the ghosts. The other ghost is potentially inside a
saw that
ranger,
movie once.
park ranger.
Although, if we can save that mortal, we should save him too. I guess we need to do an exorcism, I guess is what I'm hearing. Like a
But
legit
if
like
we're-
exorcist. There's a movie reference.
in the exorcism.
We're assuming that. I'm not sure that Petronella necessarily is there to harm your sister.
She was just using my sister as a vocal.
As a
Tool?
mouthpiece.
Right.
that.
Perhaps if you communicated with her, we'll need to see once there. I'm more concerned about Antonio.
Yes.
There are also warding circles that can be done once there, but they require more time. These are things I can do now
Okay. Cool.
in preparation.
I'm
And the
so sorry.
sisters, I'm sure, will help.
Yes, we invited them up when we heard you arrived.
I mean, what do you think? Like, do we have to appease them in some? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she's not kidding. It's a little, all right,
They're just
Pungent.
a little ripe.
It's lived in.
it's well loved.
Gross.
That kind of well loved. Anyway,
Do you have a basin I could use, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm sure we could find something around. I mean, we've got a full tub. I mean, it won't be the first time there's been blood in it, I guess. So yeah, sure. In my suite.
Or a large bowl will work.
Go down to the kitchen.
Campbell, the big cooking bowls. Could you have some of those run up for us?
You want to call Campbell and ask him for something from the kitchen?
do you
Yes.
have any idea if we need to
Yes, sir.
like?
Large, big mixing bowl.
Miss Kyoko is on her way. Shall I let her in when I return?
Absolutely. Just reminder on the way up, no fire.
No fire, sir.
Yeah.
Understood.
Right.
Oh, that's all right. I still have some of the potion.
That's true. It's true.
Like perform an exorcism or find their bodies or do a dance. I don't know. Like what
I mean, how bad
what
is
do
your
ghosts
dancing?
like? It's very good, thank
Well, I
you.
don't think it's going to work. I mean, if you were trying to dance them away, you'd have to probably be frightening.
I would like to attempt something more amicable first. Simply asking Petronella to leave.
Sounds like a good start.
We haven't talked about what happened in the church. Like, how did you get a beam dropped on you? How did you get dropped to the floor in the first place? Like, what were you trying to do when that happened? Because that might give us some insight into what not to do.
Because I would assume you didn't just jump to fighting instead of just asking her to leave.
Correct. I did try more amicable terms. Unfortunately, a lot of it is very, very, very fuzzy. But I do remember Antonio dropping. Oh God! It's all black, but just everything just came crushing down.
Right. Well, the place looked like it got turned upside down, so I'll assume that Antonio or Petronella has some sort of ability to affect things in the physical sense.
Right.
It's very unusual. Spirits usually do not affect mortals or kindred in this way.
That would be poltergeist, if I'm using the correct term. Would be something that could affect.
I thought poltergeist actually was like unchecked psychic power, especially in adolescence. You know, I read a book. You know what? Never mind. I'll just listen to you.
The spirit must have attained its power from what I assume is something in the park we've all felt. There's something different, something magical there.
Got the bowl, sir.
Thank you. And is Miss Kyoko arrived yet?
Yeah, she's with me, sir.
Excellent. The bowls you requested.
Thank you.
So Campbell walks in. He's got a big stainless steel mixing bowl, the kind you would use to make a gigantic cake or omelet. He places it on the table in front of you, and Kyoko enters in behind him. She's still got her black leather moto jacket. She's got her hair pulled back this time. You can see her face. You can see she's even younger, or was younger, when she became a vampire than you thought. She seems relieved to see you all.
Hi, Kyoko.
Hey,
Hello?
check you out. Look at you. Smooth.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Hey, Eva,
Hello, Kyoko.
how you doing?
Good.
Is this your work? Nice.
It is.
Yeah. Super cool. All right. How's everybody doing?
We're actually going to be heading out soon. I think the coast is relatively clear. I know we had to lay low in here for a while, so if you and the sisters want to head out into the night tonight, I think
Oh,
probably good.
yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for the hospitality, your baronship.
You're still welcome to
X
crash
taught
here.
me to say that, by the way.
Yeah.
We would, in fact, like to check out the neighborhood.
So I would caution you, as Prince Vannevar is in town and has claimed praxis over Los Angeles. So
Oh, crap.
do be aware of boundaries at the moment.
Well, where's safe?
Don't worry, I'm
nowhere.
I'm the sheriff, so I'll keep you safe.
Get the hell out of here.
That's not
You sheriff?
right.
How can that, how's that work? I don't, can you do that?
It doesn't work.
It's to be determined.
Wow.
He hasn't accepted yet.
Do you have a badge? Because that would be really
He
cool.
needs a badge, right?
Gotta have like a little star, right?
And a hat.
You know, like the OK Corral.
It's not something to be taken lightly.
I'm sorry, miss. I apologize. Sorry, Jasper.
Sorry, I
I
started.
don't, I'm sorry.
But chaps, though, right?
I might have a badge somewhere in this club. I'm pretty sure I don't have any chaps that'll fit him, though.
I can make some.
Why would we ever waste our time on this?
It's a good experiment. I heard it's the new latest fashion trend.
No, you didn't.
So, Prince, be careful. Sheriff. Hey, we got something for you.
Yeah?
Oh, please do tell. It's not fire, is it? Remember, I just not in the club, please.
No, not unless you want it.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, something we brought with us from San Diego.
What is it?
Well, Eva told us that you have ghost problem.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a thing. Hester took it when we left.
Oh?
She reaches under her jacket to her belt and pulls out a long, slim knife.
What's that?
Well, it's really old. It's called a Benandante. It's a fennel knife. When they forged it, and I think it's super old, like, I don't know, Renaissance or something, they put a little seed of fennel in the metal when they forged it, and then cast a ritual, blood sorcery. According to clan lore, this will hurt a ghost.
What?
A ghost-killing Tremere knife?
May I see
I don't
it?
think it's much good.
That's a knife.
I love that movie.
Kyoko,
The crocodile with the.
may I see it?
Oh yeah. Here. So, the knife is, as described, quite old. You think definitely it predates the 18th century, maybe even the 16th century. It could, in fact, be Renaissance. It's a little brittle. You don't think it would be much good for normal combat. It might even break. But it is
Just
a
a-
long, slim blade without a maker's mark, except near the very, very top where the hilt meets the blade. There is a symbol that you do not recognize.
Can I sense magic?
Sense the unseen, yes. Let me,
That is incredible.
yeah.
I feel like this is like still worst case scenario though, right? Because like if we have to cut a ghost, then like something's gone real wrong.
I think we're way past gone wrong. We're possessed,
Yes.
kidnapped sister, so...
Eva,
Well, let's just try talking. And then, you know, maybe we have to cut a ghost.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that it wouldn't be the first time I would be. I don't know.
You really like this thing, huh?
He's not often speechless.
Eva, when you look at the blade with your preternatural senses, you do see magic. Doesn't seem like blood sorcery, at least not the kind that you're familiar with. This is enchantment of a different sort, something older, perhaps. Something based on different magical principles than the Tremere wield. It's extraordinarily valuable.
Be very careful with it.
May I see it? So just out of curiosity, who would be the fastest amongst us to actually use it?
But not me.
I think I know who wants it.
I feel like I've already displayed what I can do with a knife.
So have I.
Sure, take it. Save your sister.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jasper.
Wait, you said took it. Hester took it. Took it from who?
Oh, well, I don't know what Miss Eva's told you, but can I tell him?
Of course.
You know, our clan, it's got some problems.
Just, yeah, but
You know, kind of involved in like an internal, what do they call it? Labor dispute, right? You know what I mean?
Power struggle.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
that never
exactly.
happens with any other clan.
Well, you know, there's a bunch of different factions, groups within the Tremere clan, and we don't really all get along. We generally in the city establish a safe house, right? Kind of a magical headquarters. Normally we wouldn't say that much about it. Anyway, we took it from headquarters. And I'm pretty sure that the Tremere we took it from would love to have it back.
Oh.
Does this mean more of your sisters, more of your faction, like they want it back, or more unaffiliated Tremere might want it back?
Well, I can't think of a Tremere that wouldn't love to have it.
Well, sure, yeah.
Pretty
obviously.
awesome.
We think it's great, yeah.
They know that you took it?
Eh.
Well, we'll just hang on to it for now and see how things go tonight, and see where we go from there.
And after that, I will hand it back to you, Jasper, to have it lost in the labyrinth.
Yeah, let's keep talking about that.
I can get
Is that a
you all.
club? Is that a
Yeah, it's a
nightclub?
club.
Yeah.
It's one of my other
Wonderful
clubs that
club.
I own. It's great. It's like it's all windy and there's a lot of curtains. It's incredible. By the way, I can get you guys a house in the valley. So you just need a house to set up as your sanctum. Is that what you need?
Well, I don't know what you and Miss Hester agreed, but that sounds awesome.
I mean,
Can it have a hot tub?
absolutely. I think that would be well within the confines
That'd be great.
of our agreement. Yes.
I'm going to begin the ward.
On the jacket.
Yeah.
Kyoko's attention is riveted immediately. Hey, we're doing magic. Can I help?
Of course. I encourage it. I'll pull out the ceremonial knife that I have.
Ooh, pretty.
I am also fascinated by this.
So you place the jacket in the basin.
And I will cut
Where will you take the blood from?
along the inside
Of your arm. So, with a very slim ceremonial blade that you've seen her use before, which, if you recall, she handed it to Annabelle the night you all first met in the park. You trace a thin line down your forearm and will the vitae to the surface. The contrast of the deep crimson on the ivory skin is quite stark. You
Do you need to eat before?
smear the red liquid on the leather. Is anyone at a hunger greater than 2? Nellie, I'd like you to roll your unspent willpower, please. Do not include your hunger dice, just the willpower.
I don't think I cleared it from last time, so
You still have superficial willpower damage? How many unchecked boxes do you
I
have?
have 1.
Roll 1 die.
Success.
So, now clear the willpower. Your superficial willpower damage returns the following night after a scene.
Cool.
So, the rich scent of the vampire blood fills your senses. Your mouth, if it could water, would. But you are still master of yourself. You are still in control. You are still Nellie.
Okay. Let's just hurry this up a bit.
So, you've smeared the garment with your vitae. What symbols
Anyone learn to do
do you
this?
trace on it?
Should a Tremere want to teach you? Yes.
some symbols of protection.
I know that one.
Good, Kyoko.
And make the, the squiggly one.
Yes.
Very technical name.
As she traces
We
her
try.
fingers through the blood, wherever her fingers touch, the blood fades and sinks into the leather. And soon, there is no trace of the vitae at all. The jacket has absorbed all of it. See, what she did here, this is awesome. She put a word on it, so now when you wear it, and whatever she's wording it against, spooks, I guess, tries to touch you, they'll hit the ward. And if things go well, the spook's in for a world of hurt. I mean, it won't kill him or anything, but they'll think twice.
Well, 'cause they're already dead, right? I mean,
How long does it last?
Until you destroy the jacket, right? Did I get it right?
This is my ghost jacket now.
Yes.
you have a ghost busting jacket.
My ghost busting jacket.
Oh no. Not like that.
Hey, before we go, Kyoko, because I think we're pretty much ready to move, remember what I said about the Thin Bloods?
Yeah.
You can reach out to your people.
Already started.
Excellent, thank you.
So no answer yet, but what do you really want us to tell them? Just that they got a home in the valley?
That's all, that's it.
I mean, sounds good.
Nellie, I missed you the last time I was here, but don't think I forgot. I have brought some of these for you.
Oh, they're
For
lovely.
Scythia, to symbolize anticipation.
That's so thoughtful.
Gonna put that in the ad campaign. We'll have these all over for
Anticipation.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, those are really pretty.
That was incredible.
Awesome.
They're gorgeous.
So,
Ghost proof.
That's incredible.
Are you
also.
good, Eva? You got it covered? You're hunting spooks?
Yes, we are. Are you coming with us?
You're welcome too.
We may need to do some warding circles.
Ooh, that's powerful stuff. I mean,
Have you
I-
tried before?
well, I can do a little. Yes.
Any help would be welcome. It's up to you,
Okay.
of course.
No, I'm in. Jasper, he risked his life to save our asses. Seems like the least I could do, right?
It was very kind of him.
Kind or crazy. I don't know which, really.
He's surprisingly
Neither do
sensitive and
I.
caring.
It will be dangerous.
Really?
He thinks that.
Very thoughtful, that one.
Wow.
It's always the
Yeah.
quiet ones,
I don't think that's true. Okay, yeah, I'm in. I'm totally in. Yeah, let's do this.
I like you, Kyoko.
Well,
Cool. I like you too, I think. We'll see.
unless
Yeah.
there's anything else that we need to cover before we go.
No, I'd really like to get there.
Where are we going?
Ranger Station. Crystal Spring?
Crystal Spring.
Crystal Springs, Ranger Station.
Yes, I know this location.
Oh, is it in your park?
It's not mine. But
Not what I heard.
yes. Jasper, when we're done with all this, I would like a word in private. It doesn't need to be now.
Sure. Whatever you want.
Oh, it could totally be now if you
No,
want.
it can be now, absolutely. Don't let us interfere. In fact, we'll all-
We'll warm up the car.
We'll head to the car.
Give you a minute.
We're gonna
We'll meet you at the car.
We'll see
Yeah.
you at the car.
off
Yeah.
the car. We need to get you some food before we go, actually.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
I'll follow you.
Yeah, we'll all be not here.
Well, I didn't mean to put you on the spot immediately.
It's fine. They're like that a lot.
Oh, and can I
I've
activate
noted.
heightened senses?
No rouse check required. So yeah, you can reach out with your preternatural. hearing.
No.
To change your mind.
Yeah.
You allow them their privacy.
Yes. Just, yeah. I mean, yeah. I try for a second and be like, nah.
They are like that a lot of the time.
I got your message and I appreciate that you trust me.
Yeah.
And I'd like to trust you too. This whole sheriff business has me very nervous.
Me too.
Those kindred will do horrible things.
Yeah. They will.
I hope I can trust you. For some reason, against better instinct, perhaps. I do.
What is it?
I know we have favors we've spoken about.
Yeah. Yeah, I owe you a few things for teaching me some things.
Yes. I didn't. I would like to ask for your help. You don't have to do anything.
What's wrong? What's happening?
Strauss,
Yeah. Yeah.
he has my blood. And it's a very powerful Tremere, and we do not have a good history, to say the least. And if he knew I was here, he would do much worse than kill me.
Right.
And you cannot, please, do not mention that you know me. I don't want him to hurt you.
Right.
Because he will. He's done terrible things. You are all underestimating them so much.
No, they may be, but I'm not. I'm fully aware of how much trouble we're in, and I'm very aware that I'm likely gonna die. So,
I do not want you to die.
neither do I.
Will not let stress take someone else from me. Just,
Well,
I need you to get my blood back.
back from him.
If he knows I'm here, if he's reminded of my existence, he could conceivably kill me with just that, Jasper.
Right. Oh,
I need you to help protect me. If you are willing, of course. I know we have favors, but I
no, I'm willing.
thank you.
I'll get it back.
Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me yet. I haven't done it.
I have faith in you.
Thanks. There are not many of our kind that I like. And it wasn't until recently that there were any that I liked. In fact, I made a habit of not liking our kind. But there are now two of our kind that I like, and
Annabelle,
yeah, she'd be one.
she's lovely.
Yeah. But, I appreciate you being around, and I wouldn't want you to not be. So, I will try.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do intend to keep the last favor. That I'm very interested in,
Okay.
and you're not getting out of it.
Oh, I wasn't trying.
Shall we go help the others?
I suppose we apparently have a human sister to save.
Humans are important too.
I suppose they are. Let's go.
Meanwhile, on the way, I believe you mentioned, Nellie, that you were hungry.
Yes.
You intend to take care of that. Mm-hmm. In the usual manner? A volunteer from the staff?
Yes. Yes?
No more.
Yeah, I got it.
Because I will pull you off.
I got it. Thank you. So, anyone...
No, lady's choice.
Where's Campbell?
Not Campbell. No, not Campbell. No, not Campbell. No,
he's
because if
good.
you get out of hand again and then I don't have Campbell and then we are so screwed. And besides, Campbell's had my blood and he'll taste weird now. You don't want that. Yeah. I mean, unless you're into that. I mean,
No.
No, there's so few new experiences for us these days.
I know.
Right? Yeah. No.
Like, third guy from the left is fine.
Third guy from the left. He looks once at you for permission, steps forward and smiles. Like all of the security team, he's athletic. He's in good shape. He's got very thick red hair, light freckles across his nose, and sparkling blue eyes.
Gonna go ahead and grab him and Then we'll whisper, are you okay?
Oh, I am more than okay.
Is this all right?
This is more than all right.
I'll go ahead and give him a kiss.
He
Bite the inside of his lip.
fangs pierce soft flesh on the inside of his lower lip. He leans into it, closes his eyes, lets it happen.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you take?
I would like to take 2 if possible.
So, it's not easy to get a lot of blood from the mouth. It takes time.
It's going to be a very long kiss.
Are we all there?
You might walk up for it. I'm like, yeah,
We're all
she's
watching this.
Really?
right. We are what we are, okay?
The texture of the kiss waxes and wanes, has its own poetry, spoken in blood. Take away all but one hunger die.
Snap out of it. You're staring.
I wasn't staring.
Even though she's all right, kind of after a few seconds, I do sort of like slide my hand in and kind of push the guy.
He doesn't want to go.
Yeah,
He wants.
yeah.
I've sealed him up and all the good stuff so he doesn't. Yeah.
Single person apart. You know the rules.
It's true. Leave room for Jesus.
Apology. Are we doing that rule now
We're
before
gonna
we
go perform
go?
an exorcism, so yeah, I think we need all the good divine energy that we can take with us. Hey, before we go, Campbell.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, I know that was quite something. But look, Campbell, look at me.
Yes, sir.
It's been a rough couple days. Tip all the guys an extra month's pay because I know they've been round the clock here. It's been rough.
You think we can start to come down from high alert? I need sleep, sir.
Yeah, rotate it, but yeah.
I'll take care of it, sir.
I mean, we're in for a couple of rough stretch, and I think we need everybody rested.
Are
See you
we
on your.
on the way out?
No, we're about to depart the club. I'm giving my head of security the instructions for we go.
Perhaps, would you like me to ward the door?
Yeah. Wait, against what?
Door frame or spirit?
Yes, definitely. Because I don't know.
We're making everything ghost proof.
If not now, when? Yes, please.
Home security is important.
I'll take the time to do that before we depart.
The main doors of the club.
The frame, the door frame.
So once
Not the
again,
entirety of the door.
you will use your ceremonial knife to slice open your own flesh and use your own vitae. Trace the door frame. I'm going to make a rouse check for you to see how the beast reacts to this. You have excellent mastery over yourself. You are a practiced sorceress. You know what it is to keep the beast in check.
You've spent quite a lot of yourself, which I appreciate. Do you need...
No. I'm fine. Thank you.
That is super cool.
That is pretty cool.
You should do it next time, Kyoko.
I'll try. I mean, I got the minor ones down. I mean, I can keep out ghouls.
You know, I need ghouls in. Like, I mean, does it differentiate? I don't know how that...
It can. It's complicated.
Yeah, we'll
There's
talk
a
about
whole.
it. Yeah,
There's
when
a
we
thing.
Get back, yeah.
Yeah.
I look around. Is Parnell up and running again? He took a nasty blow to the head a few days ago, but
Sir, I'm afraid he's not yet fit for duty, but I have Bailey standing by as your driver.
yeah. I mean, I guess sure. Yeah, that's fine. And then after that, you get some sleep, buddy. You've earned it.
Sir, I will leave my phone on, of course.
Yeah, because we're not back in 2-ish hours.
I have no idea how long it takes.
I'd say 3.
3-ish hours. Maybe come check
Exorcism
the
normally.
Crystal Springs Ranger Station.
Time.
The ranger station, sir?
Yeah, we got to go do a thing. It doesn't matter what. 4-ish. 90 minutes before dawn.
Yeah,
if
I
we're
was
not back
just
90 minutes
going to
before
say.
dawn, come check the Crystal Springs Ranger Station.
Should we go armed?
Always. I don't know that bullets are going to help this time, but you know what? We're just gonna. Yeah.
Is it what attacked Parnell?
You know, honestly, I don't even remember. Yeah. Yes.
The way he talks about it, sir, is.
In a way.
I mean, it invaded him. It made him shoot Miss Nellie. And he's very, very sorry.
He remembers doing those things?
It is starting to come back to him. Of course, the head injury may account for some of the fuzziness.
We should pay
Not
him
sure.
a visit.
Yeah, that might be a problem. I can't necessarily have him knowing that he was possessed by a ghost and shot her with a high-powered rifle and she's fine.
He feels terrible about that, miss.
Yeah.
It's fine. It was a narrow escape. No harm, no foul.
Yeah. We'll deal with that later. Make sure he's taken care of, though.
I've already taken care of it, sir. Thank you very much. I understand my instructions. Bailey's waiting for you.
You know, Baron, you're not the only person who can make people forget. It's just a different tactic.
You didn't know, but I need, like, the rest of him to be fine. Just his memory's altered.
Campbell pretends not to have heard this exchange as he walks deliberately away from you.
But although I do make sure that when Bailey's within earshot, I say, he risked his life for us, and I'm not going to forget that.
Okay. Eva, I'm going to make a check regarding your ward to see how effective it is.
It's quite some dice you're putting on that ward.
Okay. That's a critical success. So, just make a note. The front door now has a ward versus spirits on it. As long as that doorway lasts, the ward stays.
To the car, then, unless there's anything else.
Let's go.
No, I'm fine.
Although, once we're in the car, though, and on the way to the Crystal Springs ranger station, I'm deeply concerned that I won't be of much help here tonight, though. It seems like we're going into something that bullets and mind tricks are not going to be very effective against.
I'm sure Nellie would appreciate your presence.
Oh, I'm going. I just don't know that I'm going to be able to contribute.
When he starts throwing things, just stand in front of them.
That I can do.
I
There you
also
go.
need you to get my sister out. If all else fails, you take her out of there.
That I can do. If you can get Petronella to let her go, I can make sure we clear her out.
It's wet out there. The rain is coming down hard and cold, and Los Angeles, as a city, loathes this weather. It doesn't rain in Southern California very often, but when it does, it's a traffic disaster. The roads are wet and sloppy, and there are a lot of cars going nowhere fast on the freeway. Bailey is a middle-aged man. Unlike most of your security staff who tend to be on the younger side, he has a sure hand on the wheel. He's clearly a very experienced driver. Has a spare frame, a little raw-boned, with one cheek that's got a dent in it, like maybe he's been a fighter, a boxer, or a martial artist at one time. It's a pretty distinctive injury.
I really am looking at him, trying to go back through my memory and thinking if this is something we did to this guy. Like, I'm genuinely not sure.
It's been a while.
I'm like,
Maybe you're not even sure you've even met this guy before. You probably have. But
like, Bailey.
yeah,
Hey, you did it.
This is the first time for everything. When we get to this place,
yeah.
I'm gonna need you to keep the engine running because we're probably gonna have to beat a hasty retreat.
Quick getaway.
It's my favorite kind.
Can do.
Yeah, we gotta go pick up some friends and skedaddle.
You got it.
Should be silky smooth, right?
Silky. Smooth.
Sir, I'm not going to take the freeway. This is a mess out here tonight.
I gotta tell you, I've never been to the place, so whatever you know the park quite well. Can you recommend any potential back roads, access roads that might not show up on the old maps?
I'm sure I could.
Yeah, I can follow that route. I didn't know you could get in there that way. I mean, Atwater's kind of a little dumpy little neighborhood, but I guess we can get up that way. Okay.
It's got its own charm.
It's cute.
It is.
It's quaint.
I have no.
Whatever you guys say.
Nor do I have an opinion of the place.
We're going back into the park again. The wolves are in the park. Is this like wolf territory where this ranger station is?
You're very concerned about the wolves.
Well, I'm the one that got turned inside out by one. You slept that one off, but it was quite fresh in my memory.
They haven't bothered me.
Do we have maybe information from Strikes? Do we have a contact?
I have a call into him about something quite different.
Or we could worry about one supernatural monster at a time.
But
Oh, werewolves! I couldn't figure it out what you were talking about. I thought you meant real wolves. I'm like, coyotes, wolves, that sort of thing.
word
You
is-
mean lupines?
I was told the coyotes are lupines. I've been told there are no actual coyotes. Like, pretty much assume they're all.
Do have
That's what I was told. Strike said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
we
Who
have
strikes?
words for everything.
Oh, great. Yeah.
There's a word for that.
Great.
You're not wrong about focus on the ghosts, but I'm just concerned while we're there doing the ghost thing if 10-foot monsters show up.
We're gonna meet a lupine?
I mean, I hope not.
Probably
It's
not.
very
It's awesome.
Yeah,
improbable.
Oh,
hope not. But we didn't expect the last one, so
I mean, I've never seen one.
trying to. It's better that way.
He seemed fine.
A bit smelly.
That makes
fucked up
sense,
my door,
actually,
though.
right?
Yeah.
I punched him.
You did.
She did.
Punched it?
She
What-
saved
what-
me
what
from it.
happened?
Was that the reason you fucked up my door?
Oh. No. Yes.
This was
It was
in the labyrinth.
the werewolf.
Well, yeah, but then
I thought you said the Labyrinth was a nightclub.
It is.
No, there is, but a frickin' lupine showed up at my club. That's why we're not at that club. That's why we're at this club.
You guys are so cool.
Yeah. And I just have a door at that club.
You have a secret entrance, you know, you get to be all.
Yeah, he messed up my basement entrance.
But you do not want to see one of those things. Like,
Oh, no, I really do. It sounds great.
I'm sure you'll get to see one at some point. LA is full of the biggest surprises.
Yeah. It's different in San Diego.
Apparently.
Less water.
Yeah. Cool.
Although, it still, as we're driving, I'm like, but you guys were fleeing San Diego to get away from something. What was that?
Well, chaos. I mean, everything went to hell pretty fast. I mean, Tara goes off who knows where.
Yeah, and
and
no-
suddenly everything destabilizes. She was, she's been in charge since the, well, are you any of you old enough?
I'm 5 years old.
Me
So
too.
young.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. So nobody here remembers the revolt.
I mean,
So-
we know of the revolt. Don't you?
wow.
But Tara was the Baron since the revolt,
Well, something like that. I mean, she was part of it.
and she had all of San Diego.
Well, yeah, we don't. We only had the one. We didn't. L.A. You guys have a lot.
Yeah.
I guess for some reason. But we just had the one, and now we don't have any, and now everybody wants to be one, and it's a huge mess. Plus,
So what you're
kindred
saying-
are vanishing, and some people say it's, the Inquisition, and some people say it's something else, and who knows?
To be clear, you're saying a system of kindred autonomously self-policing is not working?
It's not them self-policing. It's them grappling for power and trying to be Baron.
It's almost like they're consumed with some sort of beast.
Okay, enough of the politics.
Victor.
We will talk politics later.
No, we're on the way. But you did say something about something coming up from Mexico.
Yeah, well, it's stuff I heard. I mean, I didn't see anything.
Was it Chupacabra?
Self. What?
Nothing.
Are there those
Is
two?
that no?
I have no idea.
You know what? It might be, honestly.
This
I'm
is the
making
weirdest
a
night.
joke. I know I don't make them
Goat
very
sucking demons.
You should put that in your
There-
book, Annabelle.
Very excitable, both of them.
often.
So I just heard stuff. You should talk to Hester. She's really knows more about all of that than I do. What I heard was that there were kindred coming from, well, who knows, maybe from Mexico, but maybe from Arizona for all I know. Beats me, but it's a mess. Nobody felt safe. A lot of violence, kindred attacking each other, grabbing turf, grabbing territory, nobody keeping any kind of control or order at all. I mean, I get what you're saying. It sucks that, someone could be in charge and be, corrupted by power, but we kind of suck. And if we don't have some kind of structure, we'll just do bad things. As far as I could tell. I'm sorry, Miss Eva. Have I said too much?
No, I was just going to say to have more faith in yourself. You can be strong-willed as well, without someone telling you how.
That's what Hester says. Well, that's what Karna taught us.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're trying to do things differently up here.
What's that mean?
It's a work in progress.
We're trying to run things a little more amicably.
That means friendly, right?
Yes.
How's that working?
We're still alive. Or
It's a work in progress.
work in progress.
You have some heavy hitters up here. San Diego's not that far away. We've heard of Nines and
Yeah, when we
Therese
say
Foreman and
when we
Isaac Abrams.
use the word we, you're looking at the entire we.
A royal we.
Oh, wow.
It's not a lot.
Well, but you got us. We're here now.
Yeah, we do.
We kind of owe you. We're, as far as I could tell, my understanding from Hester is that we're officially on your side.
That is an excellent understanding because I feel like I'm officially on your side.
Seems like it's going to be. What could go wrong?
Did no negative repercussions whatsoever. I'm telling you. Yeah.
You take care of them.
We have an arrangement.
And the island of misfit toys grows.
I love that TV special. Every year I watch that.
Dude, I feel like we have so much in common.
Dude, now that we can leave the freaking club, we should go out. We should go. There must be some place to have fun around here.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Island of what now?
Oh,
Dolls?
yeah, come on. The Christmas special? It's like from the 70s.
The reindeer with the nose, and it's awesome. I never miss it.
No, I know the one about the reindeer with the nose, but that had nothing to do with like toys. I don't.
No, she's not talking about Rudolph.
Toys.
Oh.
It's
What?
the thing. Look, we're just.
Yes, Annabelle, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Weird night.
Yeah, we'll rent it
I'm
later.
not talking right?
Movie, I guess.
Oh.
I don't know.
So
Well,
into
that-
the night then.
Keep control of your hats, all right?
You know, they were also a work in progress.
It's you literally shocked her so much. Blew her head clean off.
Seriously,
Craziness.
everybody, hold on to your hat.
It might have been the ghost. Is the ghost in the car?
Ghost is not here
Wait, Ev, is it here with us? Can you see it?
It's not here.
Oh, all right.
Well, speaking of ghosts, I do believe that we should probably get with some sort
gonna
of
die.
plan walking into this.
You think so? Are we? Is that dangerous? What we're doing?
No, Kyoko, we will keep everyone safe, won't we?
Yes, we will.
You're safe. Don't worry.
So into the night then, into the dark, rainy night of Los Angeles. Bailey skillfully maneuvers his way through the streets, avoiding the freeways, taking only surface roads. He goes east out of Hollywood and turns north towards Los Feliz and Atwater, following the course of the LA River, which is swollen with dirty brown water washed down
the other
from the
entrance.
Verdugos. The water is churning and roiling. It's violent to watch. Normally dry riverbed churned up, carrying along large pieces of debris as it rushes toward the ocean.
Did I lock that door?
Oh, you're serious.
No, I think that's fine. Never mind. It's not important.
Hey, based on the address, because Annabelle told us where we're going, is this ranger station more on the valley side of Griffith Park or on the Hollywood side of Griffith Park?
If you were to look at it on a map, it would be directly west of the border of Atwater and Los Feliz. So it's not the valley, but it's not the valley.
It's not the valley. Okay.
It's in one of those indeterminate areas that no baron has yet claimed.
Got it. Understood. It's been annexed. Well, maybe it's been annexed. We might not want it, actually, once we see it.
And exactly where
How
Eva
much
said it
worthless
was.
territory do you want, Baron?
Apparently lots. Apparently lots. Yeah.
Exactly where Eva said it was is an access road. It's asphalt, barely, and Bailey is able to move the metal gate with ease. It's not even locked. No trespassing signs, of course, posted everywhere, but needs must when the devil drives. So, with the rain still pouring down, Bailey maneuvers the car into the darkness of the parkland. It seems like an appropriate place to pause. We'll come back to you in a few minutes with the rest of our vampire story. Welcome back to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, LA by Night. Season 2, Episode 5, Duel. Griffith Park, at night, in the rain. You've learned through research this land was once owned by the Spanish-Mexican land grantee, Jose Feliz. It makes up the original rancho, thousands and thousands of acres of rugged land that is now Griffith Park. It's part of Los Angeles history. It's different here in the park in the daytime. It's worth noting that with the exception of Eva and Kyoko, all of you truly lived in Los Angeles before you were embraced. At one point, you were mortals, residents of this city. And it's difficult to believe that in the time that you lived here, you didn't come to Griffith Park at least once. Maybe you saw a concert in the outdoor amphitheater. Perhaps you visited the zoo or hiked along the trails. You walked under the sun. You breathed the air. And you felt at peace among other people. And you can't do that now. Now you have to sneak in like thieves in the night, taking little-known roads, staying hidden, avoiding eyes. You'll never be able to do what you once did here. It's a different experience now. And whatever you did in this park when you lived, you did at its edges. The interior is rugged and even remote, despite the fact that it's located right next to one of the largest cities in the country. The canyons hide deep caves. The hills hide dark ravines. The hillsides are steep and rugged. Bailey navigates the SUV up the access road into the dark woods, taking the curving, winding roads carefully but surely. The Crystal Springs area of the park is on the eastern border, high up on a steep wooden hill. Far below, near the very edge of the park, runs the LA River. Jasper, if it was a clear night, you think you could almost see home from here. Now, the ranger station itself consists of several buildings. none larger than an average house. Most are quite modern construction. I mean, you can dress them up in a child's nature mural and pretty paint if you want to, but they're a little more than those temporary structures that you see in many high schools. They were never meant to stay here this long. A few of the structures, however, farther away from the road, behind the ranger station, are much older, and you can see in the dim light of the headlights that they are of the old colonial style, adobe and exposed timber, and they are dark in the night. They're all that's left of the original Feliz Hacienda, the place where Petronilla and her uncle lived far more than 100 years ago when they were alive. Bailey looks over his shoulder at you, Victor, and says, "Are you sure this is the place there? There's nobody here. I mean, government cutbacks, the whole thing's been closed for weeks."
Yeah, this is the place. Like I said, you keep the engine running for us.
Okay.
Do you have anything that can keep him safe? Because what happened with the last guy that came here with us?
Certainly, I could.
Bailey looks
What
confused.
is he wearing?
He's wearing a suit jacket. He's got a dress shirt and a tie. He, of course, has a firearm, but it's hidden.
Might I see your tie, perhaps?
You want my tie,
I'll give it back, I promise.
sir?
Oh, absolutely. No, the last time we were here, we had a guy who sort of ended up losing his head a little bit, and I kind of don't want that to happen to you.
Not literally.
Not literally.
Bailey, you man of God.
Well, I mean, I went to Sunday school.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's useful.
Whatever you say. He unties the tie, hands over the little bundle of wool and
We're
silk.
in the car at this point. Mm-hmm. I'll step out or go out of sight.
You want to go out into the rain?
Yes.
Into the dark. Feel the cool moisture on your face. Back out under the open sky. It's refreshing. Feels so much better than being cooped up inside.
Yes. And I'll do the same ritual. I want to be out of sight from Bailey.
You do not want him
away.
to see.
Yes.
Actually, I activate awe in the car to keep his eyes on me.
He pays attention to you and only to you. He's really, really thrilled to have this opportunity to show you what he can do. And he talks about his time as a professional racing driver and lets you know about the races and the trophies he's won.
I actually really am paying attention to his qualifications. In fact, I'm like, that scar, I know that. I've thrown a couple punches in my time. Like, what's that about?
I did some fighting in the Navy, sir.
Oh, that's cool. I had a driver, Eve. I'm sure you know her. She.
Oh yes, yeah. We all miss her, sir.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see her again. But I need somebody solid.
Really?
And
She's
we-
coming back?
Yeah, we can hope. Yeah, she had an opportunity that she couldn't pass up.
I understand, sir.
Ask if she wanted a jacket or something, but
I think she likes the rain.
also we don't really feel cold.
No. I activate unseen presence. Sorry, unseen passage.
Unseen passage.
And I'm going to step out of the car.
So you are going to step out of the car,
I
not
succeeded my
being
rouse check.
seen.
Yes.
And rouse check was success, so your
Success.
hunger does not increase.
No, it does not.
So once the tie is warded and the blood has seeped into the silk, you give it back to Bailey.
Just reach into the car, but I'll stay outside.
You want me to wear this again?
Yeah, buddy. It's good luck. It's good luck charm.
Great.
Yeah.
Ties.
We're like weird and superstitious, salt over the shoulder.
Checks it in the mirror.
The
It's a nice half Windsor knot.
Actually, I let the window down so like I can see you while we're sitting there, and I'm like, the last 2 times we were here didn't go quite so smoothly. So, how do we need to approach this?
With caution, obviously. But I think we should scout first, see where Isa is held, perhaps. Greg indicated that there were some windows that you can see within, so I'd like to climb myself up there to see if I can see through the window.
I look towards the back of the truck. I'm like, hey, Jasper, can you...
He's not there.
Is he there? What, but is he there? How do I...
Where is Jasper at this time? Are you...
I stepped outside the car, so I'm listening to what they're saying. My question to you is, does speaking break?
Not if you keep your voice to a whisper.
Yeah. I'm here, Victor.
Never get used to that.
I guess. How about I scout the place out? I don't know if what I do affects ghosts.
Yeah, be careful. I'm pretty sure ghosts can probably see when you're invisible.
And can you see them if they're not in someone?
Probably not, but I'll still be able to see her sister.
Why don't we do both? Why don't you both take a look?
Fair enough. I was going to ask for your assistance anyways.
Well, then let's do it.
So, the plan is that Jasper scouts ahead. Is that right?
Both of us.
Yeah.
Nellie as well.
Yes.
So, the report that Greg gave you indicated that there were several adobe buildings behind the ranger station, and his report is correct. You see one that is much larger than the others. It must have been a house at one point, although it isn't large enough to be the hacienda. It must be what's left. It's 2 stories. It is roughly the size of a medium bungalow, perhaps. It has a front door and a back door. It has windows that have no glass anymore. They've all been broken, shattered, destroyed. The other buildings, probably too small to be what he meant. Outbuildings, a shed or two, a storage area. Nothing large enough to be serviceable for the ghosts and your sister. So Jasper, where are you headed?
Did Greg tell you where she might be?
Yes, he indicated the bigger one of the houses would be probably most suitable.
Okay. Then let's head there. I'll head over to the bigger building. Or the biggest building.
Okay, so are you attempting to move very quietly?
I'm attempting to, not knowing whether or not it's effective against ghosts, but may as well try.
The rain will help, so we'll lower the difficulty.
Okay. Dex plus stealth. 5 successes.
5 successes. Well, whether or not the ghosts hear you coming, Nellie certainly cannot hear you. You are silent, completely silent. You hear only the rain coming down. Of course, you don't see him.
I'd like to activate Sense the Unseen.
Of course. Aspects. Where are you looking?
Just in the general attention of the house. My aim is to go towards the back of the house.
Roll your wits plus aspects. Jasper. Roll wits and obfuscate.
Three successes.
3, 1 success. So, as you open your eyesight to the world beyond sight, you don't see any ghosts yet, but you do see your Nosferatu colleague moving silently and swiftly through the night.
Okay.
Once you approach, you are perhaps maybe 20 feet away from the front door of the larger adobe building when you hear some noises. It's very distinct. It sounds like digging. It sounds like shovels or spades striking earth.
I'm gonna head towards the sound.
There are several windows on the ground floor all around the house, none of which have glass. Second story windows, likewise empty. Front door, still intact, but it's hanging partly off its hinges. You don't think it would keep anybody out. Where are you headed?
Does the sound seem to be coming from inside?
It's definitely coming from inside the house.
All right,
And as you face the front door, to your right.
I'll climb through one of the non-existent windows on the right side.
You want to look in first?
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach and look in the window, you see immediately the source of the sound. The place has been nearly gutted on the ground floor. It's not that big, really. The floorboards have been torn up and the dirt under them exposed. And there are two individuals, both men dressed in very, very dirty park ranger uniforms, digging with spades, clearing away ground. They've already made a sizable hole, maybe 4 feet deep, 5 feet deep, and perhaps 6 or 8 feet across. They do not see you, of course, and they don't hear you. They are very intent on their tasks. But they don't move right. Something about their motions of their limbs as they move strikes you as odd. It's almost as though they are moving in a jerky hitch and start fashion, as though their arms and legs don't quite operate smoothly. You don't think it's an injury.
Based on what I have seen since this whole thing started, could I make an occult check?
That's intelligence plus occult. Nellie, are you also approaching and looking in a window?
I'm approaching, but I'm actually gonna take a little bit of my blood from my spider.
So you open the compartment in the spider ring that you're wearing
Yep.
and swallow the contents?
Yep.
5 successes.
5
with the critical.
successes? You look intently at their faces. Pale, they're drawn, they're dirty, and their eyes are sunken and rimmed in red. They look like they're being burned out from the inside. Something is using them up. You think that very likely whatever happened to Parnell, the driver that you had to quell after he shot Nellie, is also happening to these two individuals.
Okay. I look back. Do I see Nellie?
You do. She is next to you. Have you approached the house?
Yes, I'm
side?
trying to crawl up the side of the wall and kind of not be seen. But
She is
around.
preparing to climb up the wall.
I move away from the window. And I move closer. I shift over to where she is and I go, there are 2 park rangers inside digging a very large hole. They're both possessed and they're being burned out. It looks like they haven't stopped for a long time. They're going to be used up if we don't stop them.
Okay.
I am going to go back and get Eva. I assume you're going to look for your sister.
Yes.
Well, we'll be back eventually. Good luck.
Thanks.
And I walk back to the car.
Back to the SUV.
In the car, is there anything you can do to find her sister?
I'm still outside.
Well, but I mean, are you next? I let the window down, so I mean, if you're standing there, is there anything you can do to find her sister?
Find her. could maybe go in and see if I sense something particular. It's difficult in this park. There's so much magic all around.
Yeah, can't you feel it? I totally feel it. This place is
Why is
weird.
so magical? Is it?
Something that's gotten
I mean,
stronger recently.
Does it always feel like this? I mean, I felt it the minute we drove in here.
Has it always been magic?
There was, as long as I've been here, there's always been something, but
This place is fucked up.
Recently
That I feel.
gotten stronger.
For sure.
Do you have any idea what it could be? Like, is
I
it
have
made
suspicions based on things you have told me, or rather, Jasper has. I can't imagine that something underneath the park wouldn't
You
be
mean like
involved.
Whoa. Do you think it's underground?
There's a lot of caves.
Perhaps.
Weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what used to be here?
Well, it used to be a site of a Native American site. A long
Whoa.
time ago. The Mogna, perhaps you may know it? No.
No, I haven't heard of it, but I mean,
Was it
you know as well as I do that places like that
Native
can be
Amer-
places of power.
Exactly. Settlement of the Tongva people.
Oh yeah, we learned about them in school, you know, Alta
Exactly.
California, and
It's not secret.
oh,
it's really wet out here. Do we have to stand in the rain? And where did they go? I can't see them
Yoko,
anymore.
you do not need to stand out here.
Good, because it is cold and wet.
I don't know.
Let me know when I get back to the car.
When you're back to the car, hold that
Days
thought.
of sunshine.
Nellie, you have ascended the wall of the adobe building and reached the roof. The roof is not in great shape. It consists of red clay tiles that are old and brittle, and you're going to have to move carefully if you don't want to be heard.
Okay. I'd also like to activate heightened senses. I want to kind of listen in to see if I hear movement or voices.
Difficult to separate noises with the rain coming down so hard against that tile roof, but you have supernaturally gifted hearing. So you can hear the digging on the ground floor. You can hear the labored breathing of those two park rangers who are digging the holes. You can hear someone else breathing, someone closer, someone on the second floor.
Huh.
The breathing is deep and slow.
Let me try to hone in some more on that.
Do you want to move?
Yes.
Try to locate?
Yes.
Okay, you are going to have to roll dexterity. How's your stealth?
Got athletics.
Slippery tiles, rainy night. Not exactly optimal conditions.
And spider sticky.
You do have spider sticky. Okay. Now, make a dex and stealth.
Spider sticky, I just wanted to say it.
That's the technical term for it. That's
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Maintain your footing on the slippery tiles and pick your way carefully across them without dislodging any. You can see that some are missing, and in some places, not only are there tiles missing, but there are small holes in the roof. Some of the material has either been torn away or rotted away. This place is not in good shape at all.
Okay.
You reach the center of the roof, and you can peer down through a small hole, a gap, where there is no tile and no roofing material. And you can see, even in the dark, there is, you think, there might be a person down there.
Okay.
It's so dark here, though, and the rain is obscuring everything. There's no light. While you are considering your next option, Jasper has reached the vehicle.
Yeah, the Magna, former Tongva Gabrieleño Native American settlement. Rancho Los Feliz.
Exactly. Eva's crushing some mint between her hands.
Kyoko looks like she knows what she's doing.
Everyone,
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh!
we found some park rangers. They're most likely unwanted occupations inside of them.
The who with the what
possessed.
now?
How
Yes.
many?
2.
Can they possess two guys at the same time?
I mean, we have seen 2 ghosts,
Well, but that's because there were two ghosts.
and there are 2 people.
That
Well,
mean-
where's her sister? Okay. Where's Nellie?
Nellie?
Uh-oh.
Before we do, we need to go. But Eva,
She went climbing.
you can do what I can do with influencing people. Works on vampires who are dead. Do you think it might work on ghosts?
I think a ghost of such considerable power, if possible, would be very difficult. The fact that they're possessing it all is unusual, but to control them, it's all unusual. It's not what I've seen in the past.
I mean, I've heard about this kind of thing, but, never seen it. It's not really our area of specialty, They're,
Well, we'll all figure this out together then.
If Annabelle and I were to restrain the park rangers, could you evict the spirits in any way?
might happen anyway. You guys are sporting the cool, warty stuff.
We could certainly
They won't
try.
like it.
All right. There's some sort of plan.
All right. Well, maybe we should try for Nellie's sister first.
It's valid.
We
Yeah.
should at least go in on
I thought I
words.
should come in back and get you guys.
Okay.
Let's
Thank
go
you.
then.
Thank you.
Bailey is going to keep the motor running and the lights on. He has removed his firearm from his jacket. Sir, I don't know what happened to Parnell. We hear things. Should I keep this on me?
Actually, I hold my hand out for him to give it to me.
Hands it over.
I slide out the clip and I eject the main round, and then I give it back to him empty. And I'm like, mine's not gonna help me either. Just be ready
Okay,
to roll.
sir. I'll be ready, sir. I got this.
I do get out of the car.
I got this.
Okay.
Nellie,
You're gonna do great.
on the roof, in the dark.
Hoping to not fumble this, but take out my phone and shoot a quick text to the group on top of the roof. Somebody's on the second floor. I think it might be my sister.
Those of you who do have the group message enabled on your phone, get that message.
And secondly, roof not terribly stable.
Nellie's sister's on the second floor.
Maybe.
We
What
don't
are-
have it.
What are the park rangers doing?
Digging a hole.
What kind of a hole?
Big one. With shovels in the dirt. They ripped up all the floor, and now they're digging a big hole.
Are they looking for something or looking to put something in there?
They're digging.
Great.
Well, you guys know, normally this would be the time when I just start talking and be like, look at me. But again, I don't know that that's the play here. So I'm sort of leaning on you guys. How do you
Right.
want to do this?
Jasper,
Yeah.
how... You don't need to reveal anything precisely, but Where are we in regards to
Oh,
the place you
The club.
mentioned?
the club.
The club. The
The
club.
club.
The nightclub? You guys want to go dancing now?
You know,
Maybe
Kyoko,
later.
I'm gonna have you do me a big favor here.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to burn something, don't you?
No,
It's not at all absolute.
no, but
Okay.
for just a minute or so, pretend like you don't hear what I'm about to say.
Yeah, okay.
I can make sure she doesn't hear what you.
How close?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
How close are we to where I reside?
Remember I said that if the night were clear, you thought you could see your home?
Yeah.
If you were to make a mental map of the park, and if you were to draw
In fact,
a straight line
Hark, hark.
from the Crystal Springs Ranger Station,
pull my book out of my bag, and I'm gonna look at the map that I've been working on.
if you were to draw
Bye.
a straight line from the Crystal Park Ranger Station, Crystal Springs Ranger Station, due east.
That is old, man. Don't get that thing rain on that.
That
Wow.
line would connect nearly to the back door. And then, if you were to extend that line further east to the front door.
So we're close.
Do you think they're digging to the club?
Oh, no. They can't find the club that way, can they?
I don't know, Victor.
While
I
this,
only have a partial map of the club.
I do reply to her that it's like, we're coming. We're just figuring it out. And
All right,
I send that
let's
back to
just
Nellie.
go
Very
in.
possible that there are places that I have not explored yet that are underneath our feet at the moment. Directly east of here is my back door. And then directly east of there is my front door. So it is very possible that they're creating a doorway.
Nellie, do you still have heightened senses? Mm-hmm. You hear voices. Masculine voices. They're muffled. It's hard to hear them very distinctly through the rain and the distance, coming from the first floor of the house. The first voice says, "You don't have to do this, you know." Second voice responds, "Shut up. Keep digging. I'll let you know when you can stop." The first voice responds, "These bodies aren't going to last the night. Just give it up and let her go." The second voice replies, "Dig, niece, dig."
Still on my phone now. I'm gonna text the group again. Definitely the family, ghosts, inside bodies. One of them is Antonio, and the other is Petronella. ... Ellipsis. ...
Ellipsis.
Can I see the house from where we are?
You can. Even through the rain, you can see the shape of the house quite clearly.
Roughly how tall is it?
It's 2 stories, but it's built in the old colonial style, so well within leaping distance.
There are windows on the second floor, or
There
ways
are.
to get in.
On the second floor, there are windows. None of the windows in the house have any glass anymore.
How high are the windows?
They could be leapt.
I text back to you and I say, "It's your sister, loud or sneaky?" With a question mark.
Can I put the emoji of like a sneaky person going?
I'm like,
Sneaky person emoji,
Yes.
we have custom ones.
like a ninja.
Like a ninja, just
Like a ninja.
I just reply, I'm like, she's asking for sneaky.
All right, we go in her way.
I will drink a potion, Essence of Air.
Essence of air. You pull out a vial, remove
So
the
if-
stopper, and drink it down.
So if the ghosts are in the park rangers, that means the sister's free now. I
mean-
say one of us maybe goes up and grabs the sister.
jump up through the window and try to dive.
Multiple things happen at once. We'll take it in order. Jasper, you're going to use soaring leap, and you're going to hit the roof or in the window.
In through the window. Dive
In through the window. So a targeted attack on the window. Strength and athletics.
Okay.
As long as you don't fail.
4 successes.
4 successes. A little bit more accurate than when you leapt in the abandoned factory the night you met
A lot of practice.
Ramona. A lot more precision. Perhaps not worthy of an Olympic athlete, but nonetheless
Burn.
gets the job done. So, your undead muscles flex, propel you up into the air, and through the window.
I would like to try and land stealthily.
Really?
Yes.
That is going to be an extraordinarily difficult feat.
I assume it
Going to need a
would be.
lot of successes. At least 5.
But not 12.
But not 12. Willpower. So
Superficial
close.
damage to willpower will let you roll 3 dice.
6 successes.
6 total.
Total.
And the hunger die.
The hunger die was in there.
6 successes is enough. Through the window and landing like a cat on the floor of the upper story. What you see is a long, low attic room. And on the floor, a young woman, fast asleep. She wears jeans, dark tank top, and a ruined denim jacket. She has long, dark hair. The rain has ruined her makeup. She appears to be unconscious. Eva, you have consumed the potion. What do you wish to do?
Would I be able to take Kyoko with me or not?
You think you can.
So I'll lift her
So you,
and follow.
one arm around Kyoko's waist, you ascend into the rain.
Yes. And through the same window.
It's a heavenly feeling to fly. Kyoko tries,
I am covering her mouth.
her eyes wide with excitement. She joins you, and you gently move through the window.
I look at them as they come through the window, and I drop unseen passage.
So you will
So they
be
can
able,
see.
they will be able to see you.
Although I would do sense the unseen upon arriving.
Okay. Annabelle, what are you doing?
I wanted to see how this plays out, but I'm gonna text the thread and saying Jasper's going in. Jasper and Ava going in for sister. Trying to pull her out, then we go for Rangers.
I see them and I go, and I point to the girl. She doesn't seem occupied.
Yeah, and I nod and usher Kyoko over. Do I feel any magic, sense any magic around?
Hold that thought.
Okay.
Nellie, with your preternatural hearing, you were not able to detect the landing of Jasper or the arrival of Eva, but you did hear the whispers. So you know that they're in the attic. And if you look through the hole in the roof, you think there's movement in there.
Okay. Was not going to do my original plan because I asked for stealthy, so I'm actually going to crawl back down the side of the wall. But is there another window?
On the ground floor or the second floor?
Second floor where Issa is at?
There is, easily reachable.
So I'm going to hang upside down and kind of like peer in to kind of like see what was going on.
You can see Eva, Kyoko, and Jasper. Kyoko and Eva are standing over your sister. It is indeed her. She appears to be asleep but unharmed.
Okay.
Victor?
I'm looking around in the area for things that could be used as potential distractions. Like, are there any like metal drums or anything? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just surveying like what's the toolkit around here? Like, is there something like I could like clang on to make noise?
Absolutely. There are metal trash cans, of course, near the ranger station. Those would make a fine noise. There are picnic tables that can be abused at will. Perhaps 50 yards away, there is a child's playground with lots of equipment.
I'm going to move, and I pointed you, and I just like kind of away from the door.
Oh, Nellie can't.
Annabelle and I are.
You're pointing at Annabelle. Okay.
I don't say anything though, because I don't even want them to hear me.
Well, make a gesture. Let's see if Annabelle understands what you mean.
What I'm specifically looking for is if on the far side of the house, where like if I made noise, the ghosts are looking at me and they can all get out. Essentially, I'm just looking for something like.
I think that's. I think the trash cans qualify.
Like. And I sort of try and ease that direction. But I do not actually bang yet.
Do not actually do the thing.
Don't do the thing. I prepared.
Very clear.
I understand.
Still.
And your goal would be to make enough noise that the spirits, the ghosts, would be distracted and come check it out?
Exactly. Or at least be looking my way when they escape with the sister. Yes.
Back in the attic, what happens? So you are trying to find out if she is in some way affected?
Yes.
Sense the unseen. I'm going to let Kyoko help you. You don't know what this is. It's not blood sorcery. Some other kind of magic. But there is definitely the aura of an energy around her. She is being held in an unnatural sleep. You might, you think, be able to wake her, but you're not sure.
I think
Kyoko says, "What the hell is that?"
I'm not sure.
That's some bullshit right there.
Yes. I think we are. This is your sister, yes?
So, Nellie, hanging upside down outside the window, has a perpendicular view of the proceedings, but she can be seen. Do you respond?
Yeah.
I think we ought to ward the area that she is in. I'll need your help, Kyoko. Yes.
Got it.
You may not want to watch. Will require a lot of blood.
Yeah, it's gonna get really ugly, Jasper. Anita. Yeah, awesome. Gimme. Ready?
Yes. Are you staying?
Yes.
I haven't moved yet. I'm still kind of watching.
I'm gonna text the thread. Get sister out? Question mark. Then Ranger? Question mark.
Is anybody responding to her text?
I actually respond to the text with distraction ready.
Man, it sucks texting in the rain like this, man.
I will
Your
respond
clothes
with-
ruined.
Working on sister.
The Camarilla's missing out, man.
Ready?
Are you?
Yeah.
And I'll make sure to take on the brunt of what's required. So take out the knife and do a deep cut on both arms.
Can I
Yoko, be careful. It's very sharp.
hear? Because you said the door is busted. and
Yeah, it's
open.
barely hanging on its hinges. You want to
Okay.
creep close enough to hear what's going
Yeah,
on?
I just want to be able to hear
Make a
inside.
dexterity and stealth roll.
I'm gonna burn a willpower.
Superficial damage to willpower.
1 success.
1 success. Well, you hope you weren't heard. You can hear the digging going on now on the first floor. Digging doesn't stop, so you think maybe the rain masked your approach.
Okay. I'm gonna stand there and wait.
How does blood of potency work?
Ooh. You probably don't have time for both.
Okay.
Not if you're in a hurry.
How much time would it take?
It would add at least another 15 to 20 minutes to the procedure.
Okay. I won't do it this time.
So, those of you who can see what's happening in the attic, Eva opens up both her arms. Kyoko, using Jasper's knife, slices her own. And they will the vitae out. They use a lot of it.
So start the circle.
All the way around the girl's body. Kyoko follows your circle, inscribing symbols in the blood behind your fingers. You go roundabout and roundabout and roundabout. Jasper, what's your hunger at this time? Just one?
Just one.
Lucky Nosferatu. Nellie, yours at 1. Lucky Toreador. Even outside, you can smell it. That much kindred vitae, unmistakable, even in these weather conditions.
Any evidence that the ghosts smell it?
Annabelle, you're close to the door. You hear the digging stop. You hear a shovel clang to the floorboards. And you hear footsteps going upstairs.
Say no, get out.
And a voice saying, "Uncle, wait."
When I hear when the text comes through, I bang, 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 bang.
Grabbing the trash can lid, you do your best symbol imitation. Heightened senses.
God.
So you're not deafened because of the rain and the distance, but it's loud. You'll have to stop using that power to avoid some injury. Okay.
Do I hear them coming up the stairs?
You do hear them coming up the stairs.
Is there a
Eva
door?
and Kyoko indicate that they can't stop.
Okay, is there a
Do
door?
they come by me?
So they are still inside and have not yet emerged. So Jasper, did you want to do something?
Is there a door left between the room we're in and the stairway?
And the stairway?
Yeah.
No, there is no doorway.
I stand at the top.
You are the door.
I'm going to be at the door.
Complete with hinges.
I'm going to activate Unseen Passage again, though.
Fading from sight. The front door opens. Annabelle, you are face to face with a young man in a dirty, torn park ranger uniform. His eyes are sunken in his head and rimmed with red like he hasn't slept in days. His mouth is slack and his gaze, he's not all in there. He's looking out the doorway, holding it open, and sees you.
Don Antonio, I presume?
No, it is I.
Petronella?
What are you doing?
We're here for Issa.
You still clang on the... Okay.
I mean, I realize after 15
On the
20
trash can?
seconds, if nobody comes, it's not working. So,
Well,
yeah.
the front door did open, and one of the rangers has emerged and is face
Then
to
yes.
face with
Where's your
Annabelle.
uncle? What does he want?
He's upstairs. What does he wants? He wants to get out. He wants to get out of our lands, and he wants to get into the maze.
The maze?
The maze beneath us.
What? Why does he want to go there?
Power, of course. What's going on? What's happening?
What?
Can you get her out? I can't protect her anymore.
Yeah, we gotta get her out.
Come with me.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back inside, the park ranger ascends the staircase, taking 2 at a time.
As soon as he gets to me,
To the top.
yeah, where I'm standing, I just grab him by the throat and lift him
Okay, strength plus athletics.
with my potence.
Add those dice.
Six with a critical.
Critical success.
Just don't touch the mortals anymore.
I didn't say I did.
Now, is
I
the-
just picked him up.
Is the critical on a blood die
No.
or a regular die?
Regular die.
Your hand shoots out. Of course, making contact breaks unseen passage, and you are visible very clearly. But it doesn't really matter because your fingers close around the throat and lift the park ranger off the ground. His limbs kick, twitch disjointedly.
I'm sorry,
Ark.
Uncle, but you need to wait.
He looks very surprised and angry.
I know it's upsetting, but you'll get over it.
He kicks, punches, claws at your arm. You want to hold him?
I want to hold him. If he starts really attempting to injure me, I'm just going to toss him back down the stairs.
Kyoko and Eva, you are continuing. You're over halfway done now with the protective warding circle. Annabelle, are you following?
I'm following Petronella.
She leads you inside the first floor, past the big hole that they were digging, and up the stairs. Jasper, there is another set of footsteps on the stairs behind the uncle.
Petronella, if that's you, I would stay back.
You can, of course, hear Jasper.
Yeah, it's fine. She's on our side. She's here to help.
I'm busy at the moment.
Nellie,
I presume I at least see or hear any of this.
you can see it all. You're upside down, so it's an
That's
odd view, but
great.
you have heard and seen
So
everything.
I gracefully kick it in and come into the window and pull out the knife.
Pull out the fennel knife,
Yes.
and what do you do with it?
Jasper, you got a free hand there?
I do, but I'd prefer not to kill a man that didn't do anything.
Fair enough. Let me put it back. I'm just gonna.
It's not his fault.
He doesn't look like he has many more hours left.
I know, but he is not dead yet. And I'm not in the habit of unnecessarily killing others.
He's
Victor, out in the pouring rain, soaked to the skin. I'm not really sure what's going on inside.
Again, I think whatever good it's going to do is done. You know, like whoever's going to hear it heard it.
Yes.
So, I'm actually going to head inside, but unless I hear active combat happening, I actually want to inspect the hole. Like, I want to see what they were doing, see if I can figure out anything about what's going on here.
Yes. Let's hold that thought. Jasper.
Jasper.
Annabelle.
What?
That's just a receptacle, that body. It's not gonna get rid of him even if you kill that body. But what are you trying to do with the maze?
What am I trying to do with it?
The
Direct that body
ranger,
back to him.
the man in your grasp, makes an attempt to speak, but of course all he can manage is a croaking gurgle, and the body goes completely limp, like a puppet whose strings have been cut.
As soon as it does that, I just set the body on
Just
the
set
floor.
the body on.
And
Body is
go.
unconscious. Before you, at the top of the stairs, even those of you who do not have supernatural sight can see this manifestation of Don Antonio. You have used shared sight before, and so you know how he appears. He is more solid this time. He has more substance than before. He is no longer completely translucent. And his eyes burn with a vicious hatred as he stares straight at you.
I hold out
Jasper.
my hand and say, Nellie,
Tossing it.
and she's going to throw me the knife.
Gonna throw the knife?
Yep.
Dex plus athletics to catch. He is going to lunge for you.
Okay.
Remember the crystal?
I
Yeah, I have the pendant on.
on under your clothing.
5 successes in catching.
That knife is so caught.
Yes.
It's not even funny how caught that knife
So I
is.
catch it and
I
as
make a dive for him, and I try to go around back.
Okay. So
You're going to make a dive past Petronilla and try to catch him?
Yeah.
Catch the ghost?
Yeah.
I catch the knife, and he's coming straight at me. Correct?
Straight at you.
I put the knife in front of me so that if he hits me, it's going to run into the knife, because remembering what she said about boards only work if they touch it, I'm not actively trying to stab him.
Annabelle, shoving your way past Petronilla, you're trying to grapple him. Is that right?
Yes.
Strength and brawl, add your potence.
And as he comes at me, I go, "That place is mine, Uncle."
2, 7. How many successes for Annabelle?
Intense amount of dice.
1,
All
2,
successes.
3, 4, 5.
5 also. Whew. Sucks to be Antonio. All right. So, Antonio lunges forward, meeting the point of the fennel blade. Annabelle, at the same time, wraps her hands around him, followed by your arms and the jacket that you wear. There is an electrical shock that runs through your limbs up into your neck. It feels like someone has stabbed your brain with a fork. Jasper, you feel it too. It's painful and sharp. Antonio snarls and then howls in pain. You can see blackness radiate from the point of the knife where it enters his chest across his semi-translucent body. Annabelle, are you holding on? Mm-hmm. It's like trying to hold water. It's almost there and yet not quite solid. You struggle to contain him.
Antonio, it is only polite when you want to get into a place that is previously occupied to ask the current owner if you can come in, and I say no.
He tries to thrust backward off the point of the knife, but he can't because he's held by Annabelle.
What do you know about the maze?
It's mine. He looks upward at the ceiling, and the house begins to shake.
It's
And rattle.
mine, Antonio.
Eva and Kyoko, you're done. The warding circle is complete. The blood sinks into the floorboards, and the girl's eyes snap open. Nellie?
Lisa,
Are you there? It's dark. Who are you?
they're friends of mine. Are you okay?
I don't know. I want to. Where am I?
Just stay calm. Just stay there.
Calm.
Yes, please. Keep your voice down for a moment. We're trying to take care of something.
Stay here, you're safe. Here. I reach my hand out to hold hers.
She reaches for your hand. Wow, you're cold.
Yes.
Kyoko leans over. It's gonna be totally cool. We got this. You just be cool. We're all good here.
Eva, I could use your help.
The building shakes and trembles again. You hear the clatter of clay tiles off the roof.
What claim do you have to it?
The other ranger, which you presume to be Petronilla, shouts, "You gotta get out of here. He will bring it down."
Nellie, take your sister out of here.
Got it. Sliding over and picking her up.
You wanna grab? Ooh, boy, she doesn't feel like much more than a bag of sticks. She's so lightweight.
Perfect.
Maybe don't take her out of the circle. I don't know, actually. Now that I said that.
I'm just gonna hold on to her. I'm not gonna move.
Eva, I'm gonna make a roll for you, intelligence and occult. This is a little beyond your experience, but you can make some educated guesses about what's going on here. Critical success. Okay. So, you know that as long as Isabel stays within the warding circle, it would be very difficult for the spirits to affect her.
Yeah.
you think that the completion of the circle probably is what woke her up from whatever kind of magically induced sleep that she was in. Antonio, however, you know is going to make this place collapse, and you haven't got very long.
I'd like to interject and Antonio, ven acá. What are you doing? Just stop this. You were targeting me and my sister. What are you doing?
His head rolls around as though he's trying to look over his shoulder to see you, and it's difficult to imagine a more livid expression of utter hatred when he looks at you both. The building shakes, tiles begin to rattle down through the holes in the roof, and part of the ceiling collapses. So you're all here. Annabelle, Kyoko, everybody.
But me.
Except Victor.
For once.
Who can
One
hear
take a roof collapse.
who can hear from outside the roof begin to collapse. So, anyone who does not have fortitude that will reduce incoming damage is going to take halved 4 points of superficial damage. Kyoko shouts in pain. She goes down under a pile of red tiles, pieces of lumped timber.
I have fortitude, but is there specific
Let's see
discipline?
here. Just take a look at you. What damage? Damage is for suckers. Or somebody else, at least. You take 2 points of superficial damage. Antonio struggles in your grasp, trying to get away. Can't. You've got him tight.
What claim do you
I will
have?
bring it all down.
What do you want? What claim do you have to the labyrinth?
It's all mine. This is Feliz land. It always has been.
And what are you going to do when you're in there?
Vampiros.
I just start pressing the dagger further into him. I'm wanting him to go
I
away.
need you to make another roll.
Okay.
Strength and melee.
Can I assist?
Add 2 dice for
push.
Annabelle. She's shoving from behind, driving him onto the point of the knife.
Did Eva get hurt on
4 points of superficial.
Oh, wow.
4 points of superficial. It's not terribly injurious to you.
Okay.
Not yet.
That would be 5 successes.
It beats Antonio's 4. So, you impale him on the point of the knife. He screams in agony and begins to fade. It's like trying to catch sand and then air. And a few moments later, he's simply gone. And so is the ceiling. The rest of it is falling down, and you can feel the house shake to its foundations, Victor. Pieces of the ceiling above you begin to rain down as you look in the hole. What's exposed isn't a tunnel or a doorway or anything like that. It's a grave. What you can see is part of a skull and a rib cage, maybe some arm bones. Someone who has died here long ago was buried in this spot, and that is what they are attempting to uncover.
Are there any personal effects, like anything, like there's just bones?
Maybe some rotted clothing, some tarnished jewelry. The building is beginning to shake around you.
Everybody out!
Everyone who is on the attic level takes another 4 superficial points of damage. Kyoko is now badly injured.
Okay,
She's got broken bones, limbs, her face is slashed. Eva, you're not looking so hot either. You have scars on your face. You feel a rib give way, something that's going to need mending later.
Jasper, grab Ava.
As soon as he disappears, I'm turning around and I'm running, and I'm gonna essentially tackle Ava out the window.
Tackle Ava out the window. Petronilla, in her ranger body, shouts, don't let him die. Get me out.
Oh, shit. Okay, I grab with prowess. I grab the ranger under one arm and Kyoko under the other.
So let's see. Strength and athletics. That's a lot to carry. Are you going down the stairs or out the window?
Do I feel like I can
You don't
land on my
have
feet?
soaring leap, but you have
Cat's grace.
Cat's grace.
Can I make it out the window?
Got a better than even chance.
Okay.
And they're probably not going to be more seriously injured by the fall than they are going to be in here.
I also just leave.
Nellie, you've got your sister out the window.
Yeah, I was actually going to take some more of the spider blood and see if I can actually get her to attach to me. I was trying to look that up, but I wasn't fast enough.
So you've got her under your arm. Are you going out the window and climbing down?
Yeah.
Okay, so descending on the outside wall.
Yeah.
You notice that the roof above you is almost completely gone. It's very difficult to keep a purchase, even with the spider sticky, as the walls sway back and forth. I need you to make dexterity and athletics.
Yay.
Victor, you are out of there.
Do I see them coming down the wall?
When you're outside,
Yes.
other side of the house.
I am burning a
Okay.
willpower.
I try and run around towards the front.
Burning willpower to reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I roll to land while also catching her?
Because you picked up one of your successes.
That's definitely athletics.
Athletics and strength or dex?
Let's make it dexterity.
Okay.
Please don't throw me out a window.
I mean, yeah.
Burning willpower. 5 successes.
Take 2 more points of superficial damage as you all land. Eva, you feel something in your shoulder give way. Annabelle, out. 2 successes. You feel the bones in your left leg snap under your own weight. In protecting them, you had to take the fall yourself.
Fine.
You go to the ground. You don't know if it would have hurt this much when you were alive, but it surely hurts now. Nellie, down the wall, 4 successes. You manage to keep your grip while you move your sister in your arms. You reach the ground. Victor, you step out of the door and watch the house sway back and forth.
Do I see her fly out the window? Or
Oh, yes.
And then
See them evacuating.
Well, I take Kyoko off you and I hold her and kind of like grab you around the waist and head towards the car.
Just as a point of order, when I landed, I am now 1 away. So when I land, I want to set her down and then immediately succumb to all the broken bones I have.
Oh! It's very painful. This is your, if I am counting correctly, your 5th night out of 8 of sustaining injury.
Yeah.
It's a new record even for you.
That hurt a lot.
Annabelle, do you want to heal that injury?
Yeah.
You don't think you're going to be able to walk
Yeah.
easily until you do.
Okay, yeah.
Make a rouse check.
I'm fine.
The beast, disappointed to be denied, and the blood does as you will it, mending the bone, putting the sinews and the nerves, and the flesh back the way it should be. The process of healing it is nearly as painful as the breaking, but you are successful.
I know. Stay with me. We're good.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
Can I presume that you are not sticking around?
No.
Oh no.
As long as he's moving, because otherwise, once I get them to the car, I turn back for Jasper. But if everybody's moving, we can go.
Everybody is moving, some faster and slower than others.
Right.
But they are moving. Eva, I'm going to make a check for you if you want to heal any of the damage, or do you want to live with it for now? You feel that you're not in immediate jeopardy.
I'm not worried about it right now. Try to help Jasper move.
So supporting Jasper on the way back to the SUV.
The park ranger that Petronella was inside.
Yes.
Where is he?
Who had it? Annabelle.
So I guess he would have been there with me. Right when we get to the car, I just look at her and say, "You can't come with us."
The ranger nods. The ranger's eyes
What are
close.
you talking about?
And the body goes limp, unconscious in Annabelle's arms.
I like help put the man in the car. Like, we don't leave him. Okay.
Are you all right?
I suppose I will be. I still have some of your potion that you brought me. I'm not dead, so there's the thing.
It's very good.
As soon as he sees you all approaching, Bailey gets the car closer to you, unlocks the doors. We going, sir?
Get ready to roll, buddy.
Sir?
We're gonna be packed in here.
Yes, somebody's going to have to get in the back.
You know, we'll work it out. I actually put the park ranger in the way back.
The unconscious body.
Yeah.
Now, before you leave, I will note that one park ranger is still in the building, unconscious. You're not even sure if that ranger is alive.
I doubt it.
I don't think we can do anything for that guy. Just a cranky old structure collapsed on him in the line of duty.
We're going to leave him?
We are.
We can try and come back later, but I can't do anything at the moment.
And it doesn't help any of us to have a house dropped on us again.
Let's not talk about that. He said doesn't need to know about this.
Isabel is drifting in and out of consciousness as she leans against you, her arm around you.
I'm sorry.
She's murmuring. You can tell that she's having strange dreams, perhaps nightmares. You're not exactly sure what she's going to remember about all this.
She seems like she's sleeping right now,
She seems quite out of it.
but are her eyes open?
No.
Uh,
Bailey guns the motor, spins the wheel,
No,
gets the vehicle.
Somebody, we can't.
moving.
Victor.
It's-
Victor.
The house is coming down, Annabelle. We got two of them.
Where was he exactly?
He was where I was.
He was
standing.
in the attic where Jasper was standing, where
And
he was
how
caught.
hard would it be to get there from an outdoor window?
Well, fairly simple for you. Whether or not there is a living person there to rescue, you don't know. The roof did come down. You all took significant damage, and what you took would probably have killed a person.
I do. I'm like, look at you guys. No human lived through that.
He could be alive, but his chances are very small.
Is there a way that I would be able to sense that if I got close by, not necessarily right in danger?
Well, you could use heightened senses to try to detect the sound of breathing or heartbeat.
Yeah.
So you're going to exit the vehicle, or you're not even going to get in?
I don't get in.
You don't get in at all.
You're going back for him?
Going
I have
back.
to check.
When she gets out, I get out. I'm like 5 minutes and go. Bailey, 5 minutes. If we're not back, leave.
I try to go as quickly as possible to do all this.
So you race back to the Adobe, enter the building.
I don't run in. I'm like, do you hear anything? Like,
So you stop outside, extend your senses into the night air.
I go back.
You return to the vehicle.
I go and I get inside. I don't say anything.
I'm like,
We
that's
going,
not your
sir?
fault. That was on Antonio. And we get in the car. Yeah, and go.
I'm sorry.
So her sister's asleep, and the park ranger is,
I think she's maybe delirious. The park ranger, completely out of it.
as we're driving away, just as much to make sure they know, but also to kind of break the tension of them all being in pain, I describe what I saw in the greatest detail as possible. That I saw a body and there was clothes and it looked like this, and I'm
Skeletal remains of somebody in a grave.
yeah,
So,
torn clothing, tarnished jewelry. That's what they were digging up. They were digging up a grave.
Is it Petronella?
I would assume so. If that's what it sounds like. Did she hold a rosary or anything? Or
It was hard to say.
Where to, sir? Back to the club?
The college.
Griffith, sir. Griffith College. Yes,
No,
sir.
the club. The club's got the warts. The club.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right away. He does his best to make speed through the darkened, rain-slick roadway.
Yeah. Once we get out of Griffith, take it easy. We don't need to pick up any cops.
Yes, sir. No attention. I understand. Kyoko says, that was pretty cool and all, but ow?
Yeah, Kyoko. Ow.
Ow. Is it
Yeah.
always like this for you guys?
More often
Lately.
than not. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you got your sis.
Yeah,
She okay?
she will be.
Whoa. So,
I'm like, Jasper, may I? The pendant.
I'm gonna take the pendant off.
you removed the pendant that Eva gave you and handed over to Victor?
I put it around her sister's neck, just in case something's still happening to her.
Just in case. She seems to rest a little more easily. She stops murmuring and stirring in her sleep. Appears more peaceful.
We're gonna have to take care of some stuff.
So, back to Club Maharaja. You've got a couple nights before the Baron meeting. You've got wounds to heal, plans to make. And meanwhile, in other parts of Los Angeles, secrets have a way of getting out.
No easy nights.
This is the one I showed you before, and then this is another security footage image. You see this figure in the black hoodie. So I think that this is him, and it's consistent because there have been lots of sightings around campus of a figure in a black hoodie, and see, I think that these are all connected. This one too.
A black hoodie. Okay.
I know it doesn't seem like much to go on, but it's him. I know that it's him, and I don't know why. I don't know why that he is hiding or watching or whatever it is that he's doing. I don't know why, but I know that there's got to be a reason. Because if you just look at the timeline again, if you just look at the time, if you no, look at the timeline one more time, and you will see. If you see it in this light,
Chloe.
you will...
Right? Chloe.
Yes.
All of this would mean something if we were looking at a missing persons case.
Right.
But Jasper Hartwood is dead. He's not the person in the black hoodie. He's gone. You need to let this go.
No, because isn't this suspicious? Isn't this something you would investigate?
Listen to me. Listen to me now. You've been in here, what, 5 times in the last 2 weeks? You've told everyone who will listen to you about your theories. I'm worried about you. If you keep going down this road, I'm worried that you'll be a danger to yourself or to others. This could go badly for you, Chloe. I need you to stop.
It's the note, okay? That's how I know that he's out there. And this is why I just need someone to believe me.
I'm sorry for your loss. Really, I am. But you need to go home. You need to take some time for yourself, and you need to try to let this go. I'm sure someone is worried about you. Now I need you to leave, Miss Hudson. I have to get back to work.
What if it was... Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. And I'm sure that you have done everything that you are allowed to do.
I'll give you a minute to put yourself back together. Mistress. Yes. I had someone come in here asking about one of the people on your list. Jasper? Yes, I sent her home, Mistress. I'll text you her address.
Welcome home, Miss Hudson. A friend of mine said you had a lot of questions.
I don't know what this is about, but whatever it is that you're gonna do, just do it.
So sad. So emo. Don't you want all of this to end?
Don't play with me.
But that's the fun part. Okay, answer me this. How much would you be willing to sacrifice to learn the truth about Mr. Jasper Hartwood?